the Chapter 6 in the Mahomes, Josh Allen meets. I mean, it's interesting one this year because we're kind of getting a little bit of playoff football in a way, survival mode for the Buffalo Bills. I mean, this is pretty much. I won't say I'm not going to write them off because the AFC is kind of wide open right now as far as top to bottom. But they lose this game, they go to drop to 7 losses in the season. So this is kind of like playoff survival kind of mode for these guys. Whereas on the other end, we're fighting to show a bit of life on the offense. Whereas, a lot of people are doubting us, and this isn't the year for the Chiefs. We're having comments. I just saw a comment on here of a Chiefs fan just throwing the towel in on this year. So, yeah, a lot of people are writing us off. And it's kind of a game this week as far as will the Chiefs kind of show some life on offense, and will Buffalo kind of extend their life this season in winning this game? 7-6 and 6-7 are very different as far as, and you know how that goes. But JD, when you see what's going on, what's at stake here for Buffalo and what's at stake here for the Chiefs this weekend, at least as far as the seeding in the playoffs for us, and then them just trying to get in the playoffs, who do you think needs this game more this week between Buffalo and Kansas City?
Who needs it more?
Who needs it more? Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I mean, the Bills definitely need it more. They need it more than anything else. I mean, they're playing for just to shoot. I mean, they get once you start firing coaches, you're in a bad way. So they definitely need it more because they're looking to try to salvage their season, whatever they can, whatever they possibly can. They're looking to try to do that now against Kansas City. So we know we're going to get their best. We already know that. But the Chiefs, without a doubt, need it too. They're just as I would say, I'm not saying desperation, but it's just as important to the Chiefs as well to win this game. One, because it's an AFC game, for one, okay? Because you're trying to establish still in the hunt, trying to get the number 1 seed. If everything works out, you look for other teams to lose, right? Home field advantage, all those different things. But this will, without a doubt, and I don't think it's even all about that, but this will establish the people, let them still know, like, look, the Chiefs are still serious. People are doubting us. They are doubting us on this, and guess what? I don't like it. I don't like people saying, well, what are the Chiefs being in this? Look, and I've heard some wonderful guys, commenters and stuff, who still don't doubt the Chiefs. And you will be a fool to do that. You'll be a fool to doubt the Chiefs, honestly. Because the issues that they have, right, okay, are fixable. The penalties, they're fixable, right? The drop passes, they're fixable. We're talking about the fumbles. Those things are fixable. The turnovers are fixable. So these are things that you have to go back to, focus, concentrate, and make sure these aren't going to be the things that beat you. And I've seen in one of the comments, it's always us beating ourselves. It's not, I don't ever see it looking at like another team's doing something to us. It's us beating ourselves. The only game that I say that we lost was probably the Broncos. That's the game we lost. We lost that game, okay? We weren't ready. We weren't prepared. Guys had flus, whatever. No excuse for that whatsoever, right? But they were hungry. It was a hungry team. The Bills are hungry. They know their backs are against the wall. They know this. For them, they lose this game, their season's over. They might as well get ready to just, hey, where are we going on vacation after this thing is done? They need to start making their flight plans after you have the exit meeting after this game is over. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I do believe the Chiefs are going to beat them. I do believe that. But you just can't let these guys, you can't let them hang around, and you can't let them start getting hot. Now, Josh Allen's going to do everything possible to try to will his team to win. He's going to try to do it all, right? Diggs is Diggs. We know we're going to get with him. Davis and all those. Kincaid. We know what we're going to have with those guys. I think our defense is up to the challenge. Uh, they've been up to the challenge. I think this is a great game for them to get ready for the playoffs, because this is one of the better teams in the NFL. They're obviously their record doesn't reflect that, right? I mean, they lost to the Jets, they lost to the Patriots, and so those are two games that they probably shouldn't have lost. They lost to the Eagles, which they probably shouldn't have lost that game either.
No.
So we know it's going to be a very – and Sean McDermott does a good job. I like Sean. I had Sean when I was up in Philadelphia. And he knows Sean real well. They know each other real well. So it's going to be a good game, man, on Sunday. It's going to be a really, really good game. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see our progression of what we've been talking about. And hopefully it comes to fruition, right? Hopefully it's just not, a mouthpiece, okay? And, just that talk. Hope we put it into action, man. I know these guys are ready. And I know they've been working to try to do that. All right? Just got to be patient with it, man. Heck. And then when I'm telling everybody this, I'm telling myself, the patience. But make no mistake about it. It's time to go to work. It's no more playtime. It's time to go to work, right? We have a chance to will our own future right now, okay? Put it all in our hands. We got the guys to do it. But we don't want to get behind the 8 ball any more than we need to. All right? We don't. I think this is going to probably be our toughest contest for the rest of the year, the rest of the regular season, is the Bills. And we're going to put it to them. We're definitely going to put it to them. So run the football effectively, same thing, got to run the football effectively. But go ahead.
And also got to stop the run too. So, I mean, stop the run, then you kind of make them one-dimensional. And that's kind of the issue we've been having on defense for the last few weeks is even with the beginning of that Raiders game when it was kind of so close, when they took the lead, they were getting Jacobs going. Last week they got A.J. Dillon going. When we played against Denver, Javonte Williams got going. And also, too, that's one thing I think bodes well for us. We have a very difficult time with, like, kind of the bruiser-type running backs. Whereas Buffalo's got James Cook, not so much of a bruiser, that's more of a burner. So a little bit different. You got more of the smash types, you got the dash types. He's more of the dash type. And I think we'll be able to bottle him up. Just obviously got to be ready for the home run plays. But yeah, that's not a guy who's going to kind of gash you 3-4 yards. No tough yardage there with James Cook. So I think that bodes well for us. Also, another stat I was looking at. So Buffalo obviously needs to win this game, 6-7, 7-6. Otherwise, they're looking at Maui trips if they lose this game, which obviously we want to make sure we do that for them. But yeah, Sean McDermott 6-0 off the bye week. He's following the Andy Reid model off the bye week, being very prepped after the bye week. So yeah, he's got a chance to go 7-0 against us this weekend after the bye week in his tenure. So that's a stat. I know it's one of those meaningless stats, but it's a stat nonetheless.
Daggone, look, it's the NFL. You said the same thing about Andy, then all of a sudden we get beat.
Yep.
So my thing is this: if you decide to show up and play football, all right, you're gonna be okay, right? Same thing. Eliminate the penalties, do the things you need to do to win the football game. You just got to do enough to win. So that is, getting rid of the mistakes. But I just kind of talking about the running game. Our D-line's got to do a much better job, okay, holding up. We get Bolton back this week. That's a wonderful thing. That's a beautiful thing to see. He's going to be back. So that's going to help out a whole lot against that running game. But we got to get pressure on Josh Allen. We got to get him down because they got capable wide receivers. They got a great tight end in Kincaid. Knox still playing? No, he's hurt. He's on IR. I forgot.
Kincaid.
But the thing is, if we stop the run, now we know we just got to get pressure on Josh. That's it. And you got to keep him in the pocket, get the tackles, do what you can. But we got to go up against those wide receivers. We know where. That's where their strength lies. Okay, throwing the football, wide receivers, Josh Allen. Okay, all in that order. To me, they're not as productive in the running game. Okay, not saying that they can't run, but we do need to bottle those guys up.
One thing that, because they kind of went on a whole spell of not being able to score points for a little while. They had some big parts of the season, in the beginning of the season, where they scored like 38 against the Raiders, 48 against the Dolphins. And then they kind of went on this little spell again when they lost the Patriots, scoring 25. They had that back and forth, that ugly Thursday night game with the Bills or the Buccaneers where they won 24-18. They squeezed away a win at the end. Then losing the Broncos 24-22. But the last 2 weeks, one in the last 2 weeks, but last 2 weeks they've combined for scoring 69 points for the last 2 weeks before the bye week, obviously. Is that something that kind of scares you? Because that's one thing. Josh Allen, he's a badass Pro Bowl quarterback. He could score with the best of them. He could chuck it, but also he's also a guy who can be careless at times with the ball too. So that's also something too. That's stop the run, make Josh Allen do Josh Allen type things.
Yeah. Well, first off, nothing scares me, Marcus. Okay, nothing scares me at all. All right, let's get that down. Okay, first and foremost. All right, take it all on, baby. This is what we do. All right, and look, I don't think our guys are going to blink either. I think that's what you do with this. You got to create pressure because he is a little, he's a little reckless with the football. We know that. And he puts the ball out there when he starts running. He's long, and so my thing would be if I'm Spags, I'm telling defensive ends and everybody, like, listen, you get a chance to block to tackle Josh Allen, strip at that ball first. When you're breaking him down, strip at the ball. Okay. He likes trying to come out of tackles, but while he's doing that, pull at that arm, strip at that ball, whatever you need to do to bring him down. That's what it has to be. So I'm expecting Spags to dial some things up, bring some pressure, because now you got your guy back in the middle, Bolton, to do it. Okay, to cause some defenses, and we were kind of talking about this, in our text feed with some of the players, that because of last week, Cochran coming in, we might have been limited in some of the blitzing last week against Jordan Love. And we didn't quite see as much of that second half. We just didn't. But it takes guys being in the right position to make those calls and trusting everybody's going to be where they need to be. I don't think we'll have to worry about that with what's the name in there at all, though. Okay, with Bolton in. Yeah. But now, let me ask you. So I know that we talk about scoring points. Okay, these last couple of games, right? But then, if we're looking at it, okay, we're looking at it. So the Eagles, which I think, at the time, they had some holes in their defense, okay, and the Jets, the Jets and, kind of what they are. They're just trying to hold on for dear life.
I know.
Trying to hold on for dear life.
The coaching staff's trying to hold on for dear life, too.
Absolutely. So, that's the thing. That's the thing. So I think if we like I said, if we get some pressure on Josh Allen, get in his face, really challenge the wide receivers, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. So
seen Mike Brennan. Any update on Tranquil? Yeah, the latest update on Tranquil is in concussion protocol. He did not practice today, so usually when guys get the protocol on the following week, they do not play the next week. So I don't see him playing this week at all.
Oh, and he like when you seen him, man, he was woozy. Like that's a significant concussion. So I doubt if they'd be able to clear him enough for the game. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even want to, especially the way that they was walking him off. He's going to need a week, if not two. Shoot, to be honest with you. So
that was all AJ Dillon's knee, man.
I tell you, man. Wham! That's almost like a daggone tree trunk hitting you right there on the side of the temple, on the side of the head.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.